Thank you so much for visiting my stream. Today I'll be live for the next 15 to 20 to 30 minutes to an hour, and this is depending on the amount of response I'm getting in the chat and how many people join my stream. My name is Damian Nemhard. You can call me Mr. Nemhard, and I'll be on stream today. And the discussion will be, do we have a dating culture in Jamaica? So do we? What do you think? What are your thoughts? All right. Do we have a dating culture in Jamaica? This is a really interesting topic because here we are in Jamaica most times. What we consider is from two people there, them there. Okay, please give me a few minutes while I'm play some ambient music in the background. I have to set up my stream. I've been busy all day working on my YouTube, working on my Instagram, and working on my Facebook. So if you would take a listen to the music I'm playing, it's copyright, so don't worry. I don't think Facebook will shut it down. But let's go. Today, as I mentioned before, do we have a dating culture in Jamaica? Do we have a dating culture in Jamaica? All right, all right, all right, all right. Let's show. Do we have a dating culture? Wonderful. Now, I'll be back in the next few minutes to have my discussion. So, whoever is online, I would appreciate if you give me a comment in the chat so I can know we have people here. Looking for an engaging conversation. Last week I had a monologue, which is fine. It's quite fine. I'm not expecting to grow so fast, so quickly, grow so big so quickly. So, it's just one man giving his impressions on certain topics. Well, let's go. Alrighty then. Wow, I seem to be doing something right. I have a couple of people checking out. The question is scrolling across the stream, scrolling across the screen. Do we have a dating culture in Jamaica? Now, let me turn this down for a second and get going. Wonderful, wonderful. All right, great. Do we have a dating culture in Jamaica? If you are live with me, let me see some comment here. Tell me what you think. Tell me what you think. All right, great. So first and foremost, when we speak of dating culture, I believe we're talking about, in the North American countries where dating is a thing. Dating is a thing in North American countries. And they are more liberal with their dating structure, meaning that young persons are allowed to date. You go out on dates with someone, and they have so many terms for it. If you pay close attention to Western media, Western culture, from an early age, they have these terms, for example, where they say, we are going steady and we are an item. Do we have that in Jamaica? At what point in Jamaica do we consider two people as dating? Because honestly, based on my upbringing and what I've seen, in Jamaica, it kind of straightforward. You're not just there, or on a talk, So that is what, for the most part, we see in Jamaica. All right, great. Here's what I'm going to do. I am going to be sharing the link. So if anyone wants to join my panel, they can do so. Okay, join the panel here. All right, let's paste it and put it in chat. Good. So that is a StreamYard link if you want to be a part of the discussion. I would really appreciate people coming on and chatting with me here and here and here, telling me what you think. Um, so we can get the conversation started. Where's my manners? Happy New Year to everyone. Thank you so much. I mean, for those of us who made it over into this new year, I mean, I, as I mentioned before, was working on YouTube doing a couple of videos. These videos are mostly speaking about financial management. Where are you in your financial journey? Because the understanding is that nothing comes easy. Everything takes a little bit of dedication, a little bit of stick to itiveness, if you were to find a better term for it, some stick to itiveness, you know. And we want to, especially for young males, we want young males to exercise some stick to itiveness because one of the reasons why I have started my network, so to speak, is I have observed the need for our men to be men. There are many things out there that, I mean, young males are an endangered species. And when a major news outlet can say it out straight like that young males are an endangered species, that says a lot. And I put a spin on it on the way I look at it. It's not only that they're endangered, meaning that they succumb to violence a lot. I believe that they're endangered also because males are not doing what males are supposed to be doing. Too many men are trying, or let's say they are lack guidance. Too many young boys out there lack guidance. They need someone to look up to. They need someone to assist them on their journey of becoming men of tomorrow. Too many of them don't even live long enough to become the men of tomorrow. They are sideswiped by crime and violence, and they don't live to enjoy the best part of their life. The best part of your life sometimes doesn't necessarily have to be in your teens or in your early 20s. The best part of your life sometimes is actually when you have matured and you have come to an age and you have come to a particular age where now you're looking forward. You have a certain level of fulfillment and you know your way ahead. That is a fun part of your life when you can look at your achievements and you can pinpoint and set the things in place for your further achievements. Going to college and drowning in debt is not the way that anyone would rather have it. We would rather be able to be financially free and be able to enjoy our life to the fullest. Now, pardon me for um, pardon me for deviating from my topic from this evening. My topic for this evening is: do we have a dating culture in Jamaica? On a personal level, I would say no. By comparison to what is practiced in the West, and when I say West, I mean up north, I mean in the United States and the United Kingdom, and even in Europe, in the European countries, I would believe that no, we don't. Jamaican culture is unique and different, because in Jamaican culture, boy see girl, boy like girl, boy go whisper over a girl ears. Once you get the number and you start to talk and you exchange a couple of comments back and forth, you're on our day, you know, you're on our day. There is no vetting period. And I believe that this also contributes to many things that are destroying us as a country. When we speak about an increase in teenage pregnancy, when we speak about an increase in instances where the father is not at home, when we speak to an increase in young men being brought up without guidance, young ladies being brought up without guidance, it is a cycle that continues and continues. Because if the father was brought up with no guidance, then the son or the daughter is going to be brought up with no guidance. And that is if the father is even a part of the child's life. So at some point, the only way that we can actually change the situation is enough people who are of like-minded decide that okay, enough is enough. We need to make a change. And obviously it won't happen over a year, nor 2 year, nor 5 year period, maybe not even a 50-year period. It is going to be an ongoing, basically it is a changing of the culture, it is a changing of the mindset of the people, the entire population, so to speak. It is a changing of the mindset, right? We are at a level now, we're at a time now where the respect between the respect that is shown for elders has gone to a new low. I mentioned teenage pregnancy before. I mentioned fatherless homes. And if I were to quote a research that was done some time ago in the United States, it says that one of the major components that decides whether or not a child will be successful is whether or not the father is in the home. Many times, a child is born not only out of wedlock, but okay, I'm going to use this word mistakenly. Many, many kids, maybe two, I would say too many of our kids are born because of unintentional pregnancy. And I believe it's because we as a society have dropped the ball. Both males and females, I believe, have dropped the ball. And I will tell you why. We are now sexually liberated without understanding that every freedom you have, or every freedom that you have chosen to give in yourself, comes at a cost. There's nothing that is free. Sexual liberation is not free. Back in the days when we had chivalry, as it has been brought over to us, because many people believe that chivalry was this good and wonderful thing, which in its which in its entirety it was not. There are certain aspects of chivalry which are seen now as being good and decent and beneficial. However, one of the things we don't realize is one, common people did not practice chivalry. The common people could not practice chivalry. So first and foremost, chivalry was for knights and dukes, princes and princesses and kings, people of royal, with some royal standing. The commoners, the peasants, did not practice chivalry. It's the first point. Now, before I deviate too far, in some countries, in many cultures throughout the world, still, we do have instances where there is courting, and the expectation is that The man will marry the woman before the decision is made, even for sex. However, in our Western culture, sex is just everywhere. And it has drawbacks because society teaches men to go out there and be gallus. Even even kids raised by single mothers will tell them son, say, you must be gallus. It is good for you to have whole heap a girl. That is praised from a young age. Have whole heap a girl, that is a good thing for you to do. However, if we change the narrative, bring it to a place where we teach our sons that it is not all about sex. And this is not to say that sex is not important, because it is. It's not all about sex. And for our women, our young girls, it's not all about the man with the money. So what we have is our young sons chasing around to see how much sex partners they can have, and our daughters running around to see how much money they can accumulate from men. It is a dangerous practice, and we are obviously seeing the outcome. We have many instances where males get aggressive and delete women because they think they own these women. And I'm speaking to young men. You understand this. There is no part of a female's body that you own. There is no female that you own. Whatever you do for a female, understand that you made a choice. I had a discussion the other day with there is this young man who is sending a young girl to college. Now he can barely read and write and count to 10 properly, but yet he's sending a young girl to college. I sat with this young man and I said, son, you are doing what your girlfriend's parents should have done or should be doing. That is not your primary job. It's not your primary job. And to think about it as well, how about, yes, assist her. However, you are also delinquent from an educational standpoint. How about you address your needs, try to build yourself up? That would work better for you, because she is not a retirement fund. She is not a you are not guaranteed to have a relationship or a long-standing relationship with her just because you sent her to school. Understand, she owes you no obligations. And I'll say why she owes you no obligations. Because if she is going to school and she is on her daily trek, she is encountering people who speak with a certain level of eloquence, for example. And when she is in a conversation with you, she has to dumb down herself to hold a conversation. That is not something that anybody wants. You can understand why she would lean towards someone whose conversation can actually elevate her. If she has to dumb down herself to talk to you, even if that's not how it was at first, but now based on the fact that she has gained knowledge, she is now she is now focused on getting herself from this level to this level. Understand that you can. There was a manager of mine who put it in the best way possible. You are promoting her to be your boss, and if you don't qualify as her employee, you will be fired. This happens so many times, and men, out of anger or out of because of lack of understanding, they turn to violence. Violence is too much. Violence is too easy for many of us. Violence is way too easy, and we need to change that. All right, great. So now that I have um, ranted on and ranted on and ranted on and ranted on. Let me try to discuss what is considered as a date. As I mentioned, in more developed countries, a date is something that is decided on by both parties that they will go out, they will hang out, and in many instances, sex becomes involved at certain point. After maybe after the first date, maybe after a couple of dates, sex gets involved. However, I believe a date should be more about spending time with someone, getting to know the person, having conversations with the person. I believe a date is where two people, this is dating is like a vetting process. Dating should be like a vetting process. Based on what I've seen with this person, can I can I observe any flaws? Can I pinpoint what are the strong points that this person has that draws me into more attraction? Or even if it is not physical attraction, let's say you're drawn to the person's mindset, the way the person thinks about particular issues, and the type of conversation you both can have. That is what I believe a date is. It's great to spend time, obviously, go to nice places, but I believe a date is more the conversations that you have with the person. A date is about the conversation and the time you get to spend in physically close quarters with the person, as in sitting across the table with someone. You can have a chance to understand what their, let's say, the table manners are. Does in the case of the lady, does the guy hold the door for you? Does he pull the chair for her? Does he pull a chair for her? This is something that is quickly going out of favor with many people and females as well. Some females think if a gentleman holds the door or pulls a chair for them, he is considering her as weak and she is in need of help. Whereas the gentleman may just have been brought up in a particular way that he was told to have certain level of respect for women. Personally, I was brought up by a single father, and my single father put women on such a pedestal that through primary school, through high school, I felt inadequate to, let's say, have. No, not through high school, until about maybe about fourth form in high school. I felt inadequate. I felt that I was not good enough for a female. Now, obviously, that is not the kind of thinking that you want to embrace. You should give each person respect based on what you see in them. So that was just my personal experience. I was until way up before I learned how to have interactions with females. Even at my age, I'm still a young boy in the dating market. Jamaican slang. However, as I mentioned before, a date should be something that both people take the chance to get to know each other. However, in our fast moving society that we have right now, it is so fast that we are of the option that everything has to be done now. Do it now, no, no, no. Everything has to be done now. There is such a haste, there's such a rush for everything that we don't as a culture get to stop and smell the roses and actually get to enjoy the finer things in life. If you're moving too fast, there's so many things that you have passed. And we're making the best parts of our life slide right away because there are so many things we keep on our mind, so many stresses we have. We're overstressing ourselves. We're overeating ourselves. We're killing ourselves. We are not raising our kids properly in the sense that family is made up of a mother and a father. When we have premature pregnancies, and when I say premature pregnancies, I mean pregnancies, okay, when we have unplanned pregnancies, these are a recipe for disaster. A recipe for disaster. I believe we should teach, okay, well, when kids have come to a certain age, they should have some form of learning about self control because we have ladies, young girls, 12, 13, 14 years old, getting pregnant, sometimes not once, sometimes twice. And where is the fatherly guidance? Where is the motherly guidance? It is not present. So, therefore, that presents a challenge. I have a I have something that I want to discuss presently. Let me put it up. Once you are dating, do you have to be exclusive? Once you're dating, do you have to be exclusive? I see two people um, on the live right now. If you would, is there anyone who would take a pinch at that question? What do you think? Do you have to be exclusive once you're dating? Is dating the part that says, me and you there? Put it in the comments. Let me hear from you what you think. Do you have to be exclusive while you're dating? Meaning, can you be dating two people at once? Can you be dating two people or three people at once? That is an interesting that is an interesting concept. Does dating mean you have to be exclusive to that one person that you're dating? Let me know what you think. Put it in there. Let's see. And also, the link is there if you want to join the stream and you want to be part of the panel here. That would be really appreciated if you click on that link and join. It is a StreamYard link. It's called StreamYard. And what it does, it's actually, you can use it on a phone. Once you click on it, you will come into the back office. You will not come live immediately. I will be able to see you. You will pop up where only I can see you. And then you can choose if you want to be live on the stream. Wonderful. No, that is, uh, I wouldn't say serious per se, but that is an interesting question because in Jamaica, here, once two people dead end just there. Once them attack for a week or a 2 week, basically them just there. So therefore, at what point in Jamaica do we consider ourselves as dating, and at what point do we consider ourselves as all or not a couple? Is it after the first sexual encounter? Is it after the first week of dating? Is it after the first month of dating? The first 6 months of dating that you can consider yourself as being a couple? And that's the thing. Many times we have kids come into play before there is a decision by both parties that we are in a committed relationship. Once kids have come into play, then the narrative changes. The narrative changes because there is a third person involved. Once a third person is involved, then decisions have to be made. Now, where do we go from here? Many people become parents before they were ready to become parents. And that is also one of the challenges we face as a culture. Separate and apart from many children become parents, we also have many, many parents who are not ready to be, many adults who are not ready to be parents, becoming parents. Now, can you be a good parent if you do not know what a good parent looks like, if you are brought up in an abusive home, that heightens the possibility of you being an abusive parent. Not everyone is fit to be a parent. For most of my life, I didn't think I was fit to be a father. And that is one of the reasons why fatherhood for me is in this normal context was delayed, you know? So I see comment in the chat. I believe when both parties made their intentions known, you can be with a person for years and that person only consider you as we say, okay, cool. That is correct. And and I will bring this up. I will talk about this. I will go on a tangent, which is a bit separate. One person can be in a relationship with one person, and the other person is not in a relationship. And I will break it down. You think you're a wife, but you are a sweetheart, or you think you're a wife, but you are or you think you're in a relationship. Okay, you're in a relationship with me, but I'm not in a relationship with you. Both persons should put their intentions on the table at some point so they know where they stand. However, can you date multiple people at once? In our culture presently, are you allowed to date multiple people at once and be able to say, I am dating her and I am dating her? Because what I get from the culture in America is that they're allowed to date multiple people because for them, dating is a feeling of phase. For us in Jamaica, I don't see where we have a feeling of phase. I believe we just run into something as in, yeah, we're there. Me and I talk or something to that effect. We're there. So I think it's a lot different um, than what we have. Um, what I'm going to do, because I'm not sure if you're seeing the link in the chat. If you're seeing the link in the chat, please let me know. If not, let me send you the link if you want to join. If you want to join. All right. So now, so once you're dating, do you have to be exclusive? So that's basically the question. All right. And yeah. So overall, I believe that here in Jamaica, we don't do the dating culture thing. Welcome. Thank you so much. I'm here. Okay. Thank you so much for joining. You are, however, muted.
I'm here, Damien. I
All right.
have
Great.
been
Wonderful. How are you this
working,
afternoon?
working,
Second, please.
working.
Okay. All right. Wonderful. Let me do a little bit of gymnastics here so that I can hear you clearly. All right. Great. Now I should be able to hear you better. Good afternoon. Welcome to the stream, Miss Cunningham.
I'm here. I have 5 minutes left. I'm working.
Wonderful. Wonderful. I can use those 5 minutes. Question.
Mhm.
Um, I'm gonna throw the question out to you. Do you have to be celibate? Sorry. Do you have to be exclusive once dating, based on our Jamaican culture?
It depends on your mindset. You don't have to be celibate or exclusive. All right. For example, if I say I find that one and you believe that you're going to spend the rest of your life with that one, you don't have to say, okay, wait until marriage. You can go
Okay.
ahead to have intimacy if that part. It depends on your mindset as well. Because some people think, they want to be um Is this they want to have their husband, be the first person, which me no mind. You understand?
Okay.
It could be their mindset.
Okay. All right. Wonderful. So, what you said, because the question I suppose is basically what I'm asking is, once you're dating someone, do you have to, um, can you only be dating that person? That's what I mean when I say exclusive. Do you have to only be dating that person, or can you be dating? We're not talking about sex. We're talking about dating. Can you be dating this person and that person at the same time?
To me feel like some me want all my attention upon one person only. But men on the other hand, I know men stay on in our society as well, right? Men believe say, yo, we can't do it once men at once, but females say, okay, they're more exclusive. Like I want to be okay with Damien. I want to show Damien my true because now I want to say, okay, I'm gonna show Damien 25% of me. I want to show him 100 of me. So if he don't like me, him can't tell me before we reach any further.
Okay, okay, understood. And that even goes back to what I was mentioning earlier with um us trying to teach our young boys to be quote unquote jealous. You know, our young boys are being encouraged to um have a lot of ladies, so to speak. So that in itself, because, and here is what I believe, here is how I believe that destroys dating. I don't want you to go over your break time. I think it destroys dating in the fact that if you're leading with sex, I want sex, right? And you're not getting it from this person, then there are so many other options, especially for males to go out there and just have sex.
Right?
Because sex is everywhere. So if I'm dating you but I want sex, I don't feel like I should be waiting. And I'm not
Our
getting it from you.
our society don't believe in waiting until after marriage. Like men, as I said before, men is like if I want it, I'm gonna go fit. If you not get it, if me not give them, then just okay, you are wasted. Deserve my time. Now that could be the one and only for you, but no, because I am
Exactly.
not giving you a particular thing. It also okay. Sure, we have other options.
Exactly. Exactly. It's this as I mentioned, as I even mentioned before as well. It's just we live in a fast paced world. It's instant gratification. It's instant gratification for everything. I want it now. There should be no discussions. There shouldn't be no waiting. If I want it now, I want it now. So I believe that takes away from the need to commit. you know because if we were living in a culture where you had to get married before you were exposed to certain stuff, then there's a certain level of commitment that you have to put in there before you get certain level of gratification.
Right.
Mhm. All right, thank you so much for coming on, Miss Cunningham. And with that, I am going to wrap up for the evening. I have so many other projects working on. This week, if you check over on my YouTube channel, what you will be seeing is a lot of financial um, a lot of financial based videos, and also these will be coming up on my Instagram and my Facebook as well. So check those out. Those videos will be live going throughout the week, and this weekend I am going to have a Sunday stream as well, and this is going to be based around financial management. So don't miss out. Thank you so much for coming, Miss Cunningham. And that was my stream for today. Thank you so much for all of you who checked in. If you found if you found my content was helpful, go ahead and follow the page. Go ahead and check out on YouTube where I am as well, and subscribe to my channel. That would be greatly appreciated. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Here we go. Peace.